Hey gamers, Maniac here. Welcome back to Maniac's Kitchen. Today we usually do reviews of food and food products that might appeal to gamers. Today we're going to be doing a recipe. This is our first recipe in quite a while, but hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. We're going to make my special tuna salad sandwich. Now, in order to make this stuff work, I'm not much of a mayo person. I don't like mayo. I know that that's probably controversial because a lot of you guys may actually like mayo, but this is a non-mayo recipe. We're going to be using different containers of vinegar and olive oil in order to make this work, and we're going to show you how to do it as we go on. First thing you're going to want is obviously a can of tuna fish. I recommend solid white albacore. It just works better that way, I guess. Obviously, the more expensive stuff may taste better. I don't know. I'll just grab whatever was available. You're going to need regular vinegar, balsamic vinegar, olive oil. Any type of olive oil will do. Seasoning. Any type of seasoning will do, but we'll talk more about that later. Onions and celery. All right, let's get started. Before we get started, we're going to have to open this can of tuna. We're going to go a little high-tech today, so let's see if this works. If you're using water, or if your tuna fish includes water in it, make sure to drain the water out. A sink will do the trick. Grab yourself a sharp knife and a piece of celery and an onion, and we're going to basically start dicing this stuff up. Once you have your onion and celery diced, just add it to a mixing bowl for right now. And we're also going to add the tuna fish to the mixing bowl as well. All right, we've got everything in the mixing bowl. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil just to help so that the moisture, I have noticed that sometimes tuna fish without mayo can basically taste a little dry. Olive oil pretty much takes care of all that. All right, next we're going to add some just regular plain old vinegar. This helps break down the tuna fish, makes it a lot easier to mix, and it works pretty well for a flavor balance. And finally, we're going to add a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette to it. This is entirely for flavor and smell improvement. I find that when you mix the two vinegars together with the olive oil, you get an incredible flavor balance. You're going to want to mix this stuff pretty thoroughly just to make sure that you get it evenly dispersed. You're welcome to taste it as you're mixing it. If you notice that the tuna tastes a little too dry in your mouth, or if you're not happy with the texture of the dryness of the tuna, add extra olive oil. You're going to notice immediately once the balsamic hits that the smell is going to smell better. The taste is going to be just a million times better. But once it's mixed thoroughly, we can add the final ingredient. Okay, at the bare minimum, you're going to want to add salt and pepper to your mixture for seasoning purposes. But you don't have to add all of that. Or if you prefer spicier stuff, you're welcome to actually try alternatives. Like, for example, if you... I have something I'm going to add here. You don't have to add this, but just bear with me. Whenever I've gone to Renaissance fairs or even certain conventions over in my area, I've always stopped by this place called Auntie Irwin's Spices. And this is a person who basically sells regular plain old spices in the natural blends and things like that. It's preserved exactly as they would be. There's no added MSG to this stuff. There's no added preservatives, nothing in here. This is just pure spice. This is a spice pack I got over there called Dead in the Saddle. They also had ghost peppers and things like that. If you're in the New England area and you've ever attended any conventions over there, I totally recommend checking out Auntie Irwin's Spices if you want natural spices. But I like this barbecue blend here. It's basically made up of things like black pepper, chipotle pepper, paprika, allspice, nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, thyme. There's no sugar in it. I had to make sure because my father has diabetes. I didn't get any types of spices that included sugar. But, you know, there are options you have that have sugar and don't have sugar. So we're going to add a little bit of this to it just to give it a kick. Okay, a couple pinches of spice. And again, you can choose whatever spice you want or curry powder to add to it. And that's it. Let's mix it all together. Once you've got the mixture thoroughly mixed, I mean, you could eat this right now if you really wanted to. I'm not going to blame you if you do. But until then, cover it up and just stick it right in the refrigerator. If you plan on making a sandwich out of this stuff, I recommend toasting your bread. So I grabbed some wheat bread here, and we're just going to toast it. I prefer my toast lightly toasted, but still toasted. So because I know that wheat bread takes a bit longer to brown than white bread does, and I think rye bread even takes even longer, I'm going to set this to the level 4 setting for my wheat bread. Your mileage may vary on it, but I feel like this tastes better on toast. Once the toast is popped, let's pull it out of the toaster. And we're going to grab our tuna mixture. Pop it open. And let's scoop it out and spread. So that's it. I just simply garnished it with a pickle, but that's basically the tuna sandwich. If you prefer to eat it without bread, I definitely recommend mixing in something like lettuce or tomato or further onions. Like basically mix it into a full tuna salad. But for the purposes of just eating it as a sandwich, yeah, this is pretty much it. If you have any leftover tuna, just wrap it up in a container and put it back in the fridge. It'll keep for at least a day or two. So you can eat the rest of it later if you want on the second sandwich. That's pretty much what I do. I know you guys probably are saying, well, am I going to shoot myself eating this or something along those lines? And the truth is, not this time. The reason why is because I've already eaten this stuff before. I know what it tastes like. You can't get my genuine reaction about it. This is a recipe that I created. So for me to simply take a bite and try it would be kind of disingenuous. Because like I said, this is my recipe. I've tried it. I recommend that you guys try it and see what you think. And post a comment below about what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video with a recipe for tuna salad. Well, welcome again to Maniac's Kitchen. I really appreciate it. Come back next time where I'm going to show you guys how to make an awesome all-natural lemonade. So until next time, guys, my name is Maniac with GamingSuccess.net. Take care. Over and out.